Market has opened up. What I can see is there is a gap up, and in the opening minute, I see some sell-off happening in the first minute candle. Uh, I had this position overnight. I carried this put debit spread. I had this bearish view, considering the price action yesterday, and that is on Wednesday. So I carried this small quantity of put debit spread, which is currently in the loss of 1500. That's not a problem. We can fix that. Uh, but what I can see is there is gap down, gap up, which is followed by a red candle on the 1 minute chart. Currently, we'll wait for some setup. We'll wait how market would shape out in few minutes, and then we can take the bias based on whether it is on the upside or the on the downside, depending upon how market is favoring our strategies. After this first minute candle, there's no buying, there's no selling of happening. There's a buying which is happening from the uh, downwards. So let's wait it out how it's gonna play. There's a buying which is happening, which is coming at the lower levels. There's two things which I want you to notice. There's a CPR. And the bank nifty has opened within that CPR, and now it is trying to break that. Either it can break or get rejected from that. So there are two setups which are possibly one can get the trades. One is if it gets rejected from that CPR, probably we can go on the sell side, and if it gets out of that CPR, breaks out of that CPR, we can definitely go on the long side. As of now, there is nothing as such, so probably will not position ourselves. There's no setup which is not formed yet. So currently we are running at the loss for this. I'd not be closing until I get a confirmation on the buy side. The moment we get the buy signal on the bank nifty, I would be happily closing that. I'd be booking that loss, no problem. It happens in the stock market. Your view can go wrong, that's not a problem, but only thing is you should also have this risk in our control. We can favor that. What I can see is it might get rejected, but before I take this trade, my setup, what I'm trying to see is if bank nifty uh, gets the rejection from this central pivot, it can go down further. I'll be preparing for that, but there's no certainty, there's no confirmation yet. But higher time frame says that there's a buying, that is it is forming neutral to buying candle. So probably I'll have to wait till I get the confirmation. Only when I get the confirmation, probably I'll take that trade and continue on the downside. Or if it doesn't break, or if it doesn't get the rejection, then probably I'll change my view. So as a scalper or a day trader, intraday trader, you have to be flexible enough with your views. So my view is very clear that if this happens, I'd be taking this view and this. So what I can see in the Nifty right now is Nifty has there's a clear buying which is happening in the Nifty. So if bank Nifty were to follow Nifty, then definitely we could see buying happening. So if Nifty doesn't, if bank Nifty doesn't support Nifty, then it can drag Nifty on the downward side. But what I can see is there's a buying which is happening in Nifty as well as bank Nifty. You can see there's a bullish candle being formed. So I'd definitely wait till I get the confirmation. Oh God, what did I do? Just give me a second. I think I've messed up. Yeah, I've messed up the indicator. Let me add the indicator first. I've messed up the indicator. Let me add the RSI. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think what I can see is now bank nifty has formed a rejection candle. This is very bullish. It has engulfed entire CPR. There's no point, I think, getting into on the PE side. So if it breaks the range, the opening range on the top side, probably it can be a opening range breakout trade, which we can take for the profit till maybe R1 or R2. Let me put this in dual mode, where split screen, where I can see, I can track Nifty as well. Clearly, what I can see is Nifty is more bullish than Bank Nifty, considering the first candle, which is closed with a green body, and there's a breakout which has happened. So probably there's a good trade would be going on the buy side, going long. So I would be preparing myself to go long. The only concern which I have in Bank Nifty is there is a 200 EMA which is staring at the 5-minute chart. So probably if there is any breakout which is happening on that, probably that could be that can lead to a uh, good move in the upside. I think it has already broken that 200 EMA, so there's a huge movement which is happening. So I'd be chasing this. Probably, let's see if I can get that. I have entered the trade at 205. I bought the CE 32 900 CE. Let's see how it turns out to be. I see there's a rejection. Oh my God! I've just stopped out. Uh, you see, I'm just stopped out from that trade. That's not a problem, because as a risk management, I would follow strict SL in the morning trade. So that was the reason. One of the reasons is the SL was very narrow, considering the price. It was only 200 rupees option. So 5% of that was very close, so I lost that. No problem, we'll exit this put debit spread, because market has turned bullish. So let's book this. So overall, what you can see is there is a loss of 6.4k, 1 2.1k from the positional, plus 4k from the stop loss which I have taken. Let's see in the next session whether we get any trading opportunities. So far, it's 11 in the morning. The summary is, I have so far I have made 2.1k loss in the morning, which I said. Plus, there was an intraday stop loss hit when I bought this call, right? So there was a loss of 4k, which I have showed in the earlier section of this video. Uh, so the reason was very simple. The stop loss was very narrow. That was bound to happen. Plus, there was a R1 rejection which was happening with that kind of a SL was bound to hit. After that, I said, my view was bullish, so I did small scalping. That video is not part of this YouTube, so probably I, I would definitely make another video if on that. But probably for now, this overall I have 21k as a profit. I have made 27k with another scalping opportunity, where I was chasing that opening breakout. So the time is now around 11:49. So what I can clearly see is Bank Nifty is falling from the supply. So let's wait out and see whether we get any opportunities, scalping opportunities, so that we can get 30 40 points on this momentum. So as I mentioned clearly, there was R3 rejection which is happening. So currently, what is stopping me is there is an R2 that was broken in the morning. So probably that can act as a support. Uh, uh, Resistance turned into support. So I'm just waiting for the confirmation to happen. If it breaks, then probably we can get us one opportunity in scalping. So what I can see is very huge momentum bar is formed on the Bank Nifty 15-minute charts. Also, you can see that the option has been trading above 200 EMA as well as VWAP. So that's a very good sign that we have momentum in our direction. So probably I'll be taking a trade in a PE side. So I have ordered it. I have ordered. I have placed an order rather at 276 approximately. Currently, we are running at loss. That's not a problem. So the reason is we had very you know bullish bearish momentum. It was falling with huge momentum. So I thought there could be an opportunity that can be encashed uh, scalping. So the next target which I am expecting is it should test the breakout range with this fall. If it can happen, then probably that could be good trade. So as a scalper, you have to get a momentum in your side apart from the direction. So that's what I'm doing. I'll be scaling in and scaling out depending upon how the momentum has been played. So currently we are having a decent profit of 7 8k. Whether this momentum will continue further, I'm not sure. So if it continues, I'll be scaling in, or else I'll scale out some quantities and I'll try to book whatever I'm able to book. So currently there is a fluctuation in the MTM. I can see earlier it was 8k. Now I can see that's close to 5k or 4k now. So approximately we are having a decent profit from this trade. So I'd be scaling out around 200 quantities of Bank Nifty put options. So we are left only with 50. So we are having decent profit around 3k. Uh, it's okay. We were having around no 20 1k in the previous trade. Overall profit as 21k. Now if we can get somewhere close to 25, I'd be keen in closing that. That's not a problem. We have already only 50 quantities which are left, but I still see this some selling which is happening. I have added another 300 looking at the momentum. So overall we have around 350 quantities of PE. uh, Still I can see good uh, at this stage. The only concern would be previous day high. That's the reason I have exited that. So I have only 100 quantities left. So I would be keen to look into that part of previous day high. There can be some round of buying which can come in, because that's a today morning Bank Nifty has shown some bullishness. So there are players who can take that price up at the previous day, from the previous day high. So that's the reason I have scaled out whatever quantities I have. I have only 100 quantities left right now, and we are running a profit of approximately close to 3k. That's not a problem. The reason is very simple. Our job is to protect the capital. So that's what we are doing. We are close to 3.5k profit. So let's see how this turns out to be. If it goes in our favor, I'll be happy to close, or else I'll definitely get out of this trade, because if it is not favoring us currently, as I can see, there's profit of 4k. I'll be happy to close if it goes in my favor. Yeah, I've scaled out everything, because I can see there's a buying which is coming in 1 minute chat, though it can fall abruptly now. But the reason is, as I said, there's a previous day high which can lead uh, for the buying opportunities for the left out in the morning. So currently we are having the profit of around 25k. So I'd be happy if it uh, goes in our favor. Let's see, let's wait uh, whether it goes or it gives any reversal. So if it gives any reversal signal, then I'd be booking that. Currently still we are having the profit of 29k, sorry, 24k, close to 25. So yeah, I've booked this. I'm out of this trade. So still the momentum is on the bearish side, but we have some obstacles such as previous day high, 200 EMA, sorry 20 EMA, which are lined up. So probably you'll find opportunity, another opportunity. If we get any good opportunity, momentum opportunity, we'll get in. So that's how my trade have gone so far. I scaled in with 25 250 quantities, then scaled out 200, then brought in another 300, scaled out 250, held 75. Overall it was 100 quantities I held, and then I sold 75, and then last quantity which I sold was 25. So overall we made a decent profit, though there was in and out of this trade. As a scalper, you have to know when to get in and get out. What I can see right now is, there's a rejection candle being formed at the higher time frame. So let's see if we can get the good momentum in our side. Probably we can trade for that. There's still R1 which has to be tested. There is CPR and current day's low which has to be tested. If we can test that, then Nifty and Bank Nifty has to fall. So let's see if we can get any good momentum trades in our favor. We'll definitely, as per our setup, I'll try to enter them and try to scalp whenever we get that opportunity. There's a clear selling opportunity which is being created, but let's wait it out and see whether there's any opportunity which is available. What I can see is there is a range. It has to enter into that range. If there could be two possibilities. One is it has already broken out from that range, so there could be a buying which is happening, which can happen when price enters that zone. So I'm just curious to know, I mean, how market reacts at that level. um, if there is a buying, definitely I'd be waiting and test. Or if there is a furious sell off which is happening at that zone, if I get any opportunities, probably I'll scalp that opportunity. Let's see. Clearly there's a momentum on the bear side, but will this continue? I don't know whether it will continue. Let's see. I think there can be a small bounce, which I can, because that was a range breakout. That was the range when Bank Nifty has broken out. So there could be a chance that there's some bounce which is happening. As I can see, there's a neutral candle which has been formed, the Bank Nifty. So probably the best thing is to just get out of the trade or sit out, watch the charts and see if we can get any opportunities. Till then, probably the best thing is to wait and see uh, how the price is reacting to those levels. So far, this has been my trade log. As I mentioned earlier as well, I scalped, uh, and this is my position right now. So as I said, there can be a bounce. I can see some buying happening, but this bounce is not that great, because there's no follow up which has been coming from the bull side. So probably if this continues, and what I can see on the 5 minute chart is clearly, there's a green candle, uh, but there was no follow up. There's a clearly a rejection candle which is formed, and the bears are using every opportunity they get to make the market fall. Let's see whether that can happen. They can take it down further. Now the only thing which is stopping me is currently the R1, right? So the R1 has to be tested, plus we have 200 EMA on 5 minutes chart. So that's if that is broken, I'll get the confirmation. I can enter the trade. So let's wait out and check whether that's happening. If something of a breakout of that happens, then there can be a furious selling. We can get another opportunity in our favor. With that momentum, we can scalp good 30-40 points easily in the quick time. Still no opportunities yet. I don't see any opportunities. Uh, though it is falling, let's wait and see. As a scalper, as a day trader or intraday trader, we should always make sure that all the parameters are in place when before taking the trade. Only when we confirm all those, we have to enter the trade. I'm just waiting for that R1 to be broken. Before that, let's check uh, let's check the what is happening. I mean, there's it can fall fiercely, but what I can see in the 15 minutes is there is a pause candle being formed and followed up by a very bearish candle. So this can lead for a sell-off. So probably I'll be waiting for this price action, how it forms near that R1, as I said. So let's wait and check if there are any opportunities. Definitely we'll try to enter that, but currently there's a spring low which is being broken on the 1 minute chart as well. But what I can see is this can be a very good opportunity because in 15 minutes, the higher time frame, there was pause candle which is being formed. uh, let's see. As I said, there's a R1 which can act as a support which was broken in the morning. So I'm just waiting to see how the price reacts. If a price does not give any bullish signal, then probably we can get a one sell off there. So we can take that as an opportunity and scalp for another 30-40 points. We can make a decent money. Let's see. So far no trades. What I see is it is just trying to make some neutral candles near that resistance, uh, and we don't have any trade yet. So our profit still stands to be 24, close to 25k. uh, but we were still open for the opportunities. If we can get one good trade, we can make uh, decent money. The main motive would be now to protect the capital. Okay, it's not that we have made decent capital profit. So just our main aim should be to protect the capital. No matter what, I'd be taking some money, some amount of money from this trading for this expiry. So as I can see that there's a huge momentum candle on the 15 minutes candle, but what I can see from the 1 minute is there's a rejection clearly happening at R1. So can this act as a support? I don't think so, because there is no follow up on the buying side. uh, if it is getting rejected in the 1 minute candle, then probably bears are active everywhere. They are selling every opportunity they find. So as you can see, there's a clear rejection. There's a clear momentum on bear side. What I can see is we get an opportunity. We got a pause candle here as well. So probably we'll enter that trade uh, if we can try to break the lows. So probably we'll get opportunity to scalp. The next target for this scalping would be the CPR, which has been broken in the morning, right? So we can scalp for the target of that. But the price action has to confirm us if we are going on the short setup. Until now, still I don't see the low has been broken yet. But there's a huge momentum candle which is being formed at the higher time frame, which is a very good sign. uh, but if there's a buying happening, then the view for the sell off would be negated. so we'd not be interested in going for the sell setup. So I clearly say that there's a bearish candle being formed at 5 minutes. That's the right time. We have to uh, get into the put side. So I'm just buying puts uh, with a target. I mean, my logic is it should, if it has broken R1, it should test the CPR. So we are in the trade. As you can say that the moment we entered the trade, it has started falling. So currently we are in the loss of uh, now we are in the profit. So I'm just hoping that it should falls very it should fall very fiercely. uh, let's see whether we can make a decent money out of this trade. We are currently running a profit of 2.3k. So let's see. Still it should fall very fiercely, but it's not happening. Just hovering, but the higher time frame candle is very bearish candle, which I can see. Let's see, there's a follow-up which is happening. We have a decent profit of around 8k. So we have very decent profit. So in any case, I would not like to lose this trade, so I'll be scaling out some of the quantities whenever I see something which is on the buyer side. So I have scaled out 200 quantities. Currently, we are having a profit of around 7k. I see I'm out of the trade. So we have booked around 6k in this profit. So there's a clearly there was a buying which was coming in. So as a trader, as a scalper, I don't want to get into that mess. So currently we are having a decent profit of around uh, 31k, 31.5k. So probably very decent profit on any given day. I'll take it very happily. So for now, let's see, we wait for another opportunity in the scalping. If we can get, then probably we'll try to trade that. This is how the trade has went so far. I bought in 250, got out, and then left with 50, and then again. Let's see, is there any opportunity again? We can scalp that another 30-40 points. As a momentum or a scalper, you should always have two things in your favor: the direction and the momentum. Only when you have both correct, then we can get less hurt if the trade goes against our view. So what I can see, again there is a rejection in a 15-minute candle. So is there any opportunity to encash? Let's see. The only concern would be that we are very close to CPR, central pivot range. So but there is a very huge momentum on the higher time frame. uh, Clearly there is a rejection. Probably I would try to check, is there anything which is let's check Nifty as well, how it is shaping out. Yeah, I can see there was a supply which turned into uh, uh, support now, but there's also a CPR which can give, but there's some steam which is left, which I want to encash. If it has to test the CPR, it has to fall with more intensity, so that it can shake out the buyers, early buyers rather. So there's a pause candle which is formed in 15 minutes again. So again we have this opportunity, as I showed earlier as well. There was a pause candle followed up by a red candle. I've just reduced the quantity because we are nearing to the CPR as well as support zone. So I just don't want to take the risk. So just scaling out just to protect the profit which I have made. Let's see, it can go in either ways. It can give us profit, or it can give loss. If it is loss, then we can happily book the loss and get out of the trade. As I said, right, it should fall with the intensity to shake out the bulls. So that's what it is happening right now. So we are in a decent profit of around 1.5k with 100 quantities. That's not We are currently running around 3 point close to 3k, I would say, with 100 quantities, a very decent profit on any given day. So our profit currently is running close to 35. So a very decent profit, as I said, right? It has broken the CPR. The next hurdle would be testing that days low, as well as the lower end of the range. So a wiser decision would be, scale out some quantities as we are nearing to the days low. There can be a potential uh, buying coming in from the days low. So we had a decent profit. So we are running a close. I have only 25 quantity left. I definitely try to add if it there is still gas left. So but the that would be very risky right now, but I'm just trying to take that risk. Looking at the momentum, I just want to add and test the waters. I have added another 100 quantity just to check whether still there is a gas left in this momentum. So we are running a decent profit of 6k, around 6k. uh, let's see whether it still goes in our favor. We have around 125 quantities which are still active. We are having a decent profit of 4k. I don't think this is going, there's a buying which is happening, which is coming in. So that's the wiser decision would be to get out of the trade. So just exited 100 quantities. Just left with uh, another 25 quantities. Let's see how it turns out to be. We are running a profit of close to 36 37k. So let's see. Only 25 quantities left. We are close to 36k profit on any given day. It's a good profit to take. The only concern is the day slow. That's the reason which I have scaled out my position. Let's see if we can uh, get another few moves in the bank nifty, which can trigger our profit on the higher side. Currently a very decent profit. We are making around 5 plus k, 5.5k from this trade. I think there's some buying which is coming in, apart from as I said, there's a days low. So probably have to check ourselves with the position what we have. I see there's a follow-up which is happening. Just to test the water, I want to just add another 25 and check uh, is there any gas left on if it gets rejected from the lower side, then probably I'll add some quantity and check whether another I have added another 25. Overall I have around 50 quantities left. So we are making a decent profit of 6k. Let's see if there's gas left, I'll probably add, but this is not certain. It all depends upon how the price is reacting at those levels, if there is any follow-up which is happening. If there is no follow-up, then I'll happily book this. So what I can see is there's a buying which is coming in from the lower levels. So I'll definitely not keen. Currently we have a very decent profit of 38, close to 38. So I'd be, there's a buying which is coming in. I can see there's a rejection from the lower levels. Well, whether it continues, let's see. A decent profit so far, 38k on any given day. Will that range be broken with a day's low? That's where we can make a decent profit. But I don't see because there was a rejection. This candle should have been very bearish, kind of a very bearish and very highly intensive candle, but I don't see nothing of that sort is happening. So I have scaled out 25. If I get any rejection here, I'll scale out that as well. Yes, I have scaled out that as well. So far we have made a very decent profit of 38k. So this is how our trade went off. We started off with 100 and then scaled out, scaled in so many times, try to book the profit. So overall we have around 38k as a profit. The next target would be not to lose this profits and trade very cautiously. The time now is around 240, 238. What I found a very good opportunity matching my setup. So I have entered around 250 quantities of Bank Nifty call options. So currently it is giving me a loss of 4k. But I got a good opportunity. The rationale was we had 200 EMA as well as 20 EMA, which was breakout. There was a rejection from that levels. I had to enter followed because of the follow-up candle. It is currently giving a decent profit, but this would have this follow-up. If it has follow-up, then I'll continue, or else I'll try to scale out some quantities and trade with very less amount of bank nifty. So I've scaled out to 25 because I see there is a rejection. Currently we are running a loss of 4k, close to 4k, but our total so far is 48. Is there any decent buying which is coming in? But what I can see is there is a rejection which is happening. So that is the only concern which I have. That's the thing which I'm not getting any confidence right now. If there is any bullish setup, buying candle which is formed, I'm trying to add a few quantities which I've scaled out, but I'm just curious, so that's the reason which I'm holding back. So probably we can wait, or we can trade with the less quantities. That's the thought process which I have right now. Yeah, I have over 25 quantities. I just want to add another 75. It's not that it is a good trade, but I was just very cautious because we are very inching towards the expiry time. We are very close to 3 p.m. So I don't want to take that risk. So with the 250 quantity, so I've scaled out. So definitely in with 100 quantities, I'll try to scale this up if it goes in my favor with huge momentum. Currently we are having a decent profit of 48k, and currently it's the trade which I have taken is giving me a loss of 3.5k. Let's see. I think we have done pretty well in the considering the scenario what we had in the morning, from the 6.6k loss to the position, the profit what we have that during the close of this expiry, a very decent expiry, to be very honest, around 50k. Very currently it is giving us a profit. Let's see whether it can, momentum can sustain a decent profit right now. But what I can see, there's still rejection which is coming up, but there's a follow-up which is happening from the buying side. So I would be keen if momentum goes in our favor, or else I'll be booking out or scaling out of the quantities, and I'll again I think this could be our last trade because we are already inching towards 3 p.m. So it has to be a very bullish candle with a momentum, then only we can get that confidence, or else we can right away book the uh, quantities what I have. What I can see is again there is a sell-off which is happening at the higher level. Will that continue? Let's wait out and check whether that's currently we are running a loss of 4 point close to 4k, but bulls are very strong as well. They are trying to buy that. So what I can see, the reason is very simple. There's a 200 EMA which is present, which has to be tested on the Bank Nifty 15 minutes chart. So I'm just trying to trade that. That was the reason, because Bank Nifty was moving very with a huge momentum. So I thought that that could be the reason to test. So that's the reason which I've taken. Currently we have very decent profit, but there's no buying momentum which is coming in. So that's the reason I'm holding this trade. As you can see, that's a 200 EMA which has to be tested again. It has broken so many times, it has been tested. So the next destination would be the 200 EMA which has to be tested. So I clearly see there's a buying which is coming in, a very decent candle which has been formed in 5 minutes as well as 15 minutes. You can see there is a huge momentum candle which is being formed. We are running a decent profit, so let's wait out. As I can see, as I said, there's a momentum which is kicking in. So we are running around 5k, sorry, it was a loss, I think, 500 rupees. Now we are having a decent profit of close to 53 54k on any day. It's a good trade to take. As I said, there's a 200 EMA which has been there. I've scaled out 75 quantities because we are nearing towards that 200 EMA. Plus this is an expiry, so anything can happen now. If momentum goes away, this premium would crash. So that's the reason I'm just scaling out those quantities. So I have another 25 left. I'll be booking out once it reaches 200 EMA. I think it has touched, so that's the point we can book. Yeah, that's it. We have booked around 55k profit, close to 55k. This was a trade so far. A very good, decent expiry where we can make around 55k scalping. I think you like the content. I thoroughly enjoyed making this video for you, trading this expiry as well. I think that's it. We have very good decent expiry of around 55k, close to 55k. I'd be happily taking this home. I would try to wind up this video. I'd be seeing you in another video with another interesting topic. Till then, happy trading. Catch you up in another video. Goodbye.